But this is a rotation that can go out and get you some outs. Still a little worried about this bullpen. We're going to see what they got. But they did make me feel better about going into this season with their rotation by adding Jake Odorizzi. The Astros have signed a new arm. Framber Valdez is probably going to miss some time because he's got a fractured finger after taking a line drive off of his left hand. Forrest Whitley, if you didn't hear, Forrest Whitley is he's getting a second opinion right now, but they're telling him he needs Tommy John surgery. Jake Odorizzi is a stopgap measure for this rotation, at least for the next couple of years. Now, last year wasn't a great year. He took a line drive off the ribs. He had blister issues. Statistically, it was pretty terrible, but this is a guy who's made an all-star team recently. His numbers in Tampa Bay were fairly good. I mean, I think he's a sub 3.9 ERA guy. Oh no, he's at 3. He's 3.92. But, you know, this isn't an ace. You didn't go out and sign the next Justin Verlander. What you did is you went out and signed a guy that's going to give you depth at the 2-3 spot in this rotation. All right. This isn't a guy that's he gives up a lot of walks and hits. I want to prepare you now, Astros fans. If you're looking for a guy that strikes out a lot of people, which he does, he'll get 10 strikeouts a game. I think his last, let me see, what's his strikeout per 9 innings for his career? I want to say closer to 9 or 10. He'll get some strikeouts. The problem is he'll give up a lot of hits. He'll give up a lot of walks, unfortunately. So his 9-year career average is 8.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, almost 1 an inning. That's pretty good. If you can find somebody that strikes out 1 per inning, or 9 over 9, that's pretty damn good. That's considered a power pitcher. Problem is his whip for his career is over 1.2. That's not great. That means he's given up either 1.2 walks or hits per inning. So somebody's getting on base every single time. Every inning, somebody's on base. There's traffic. Not a great sign for a guy, but he does, like I said, he's got that 3.9 ERA. Decent stuff. Can get you out, can get out of a jam with a strikeout. Gonna see a lot of traffic on the base paths, but I hope that the arm of the catcher holds up as well. But this is a good arm. If he gets back to his form prior when he was an all-star, not last year. Last year he had almost a 7 ERA. But before that, before the injuries, before the blister problems that shelved him for the season, he was an all-star. And before that, he was really good in Tampa. I mean, I say really good. He was good in Tampa. He's not really good. He's not great. He's a good starter. He's a quality starter. He's a guy that'll go out and give you 6 and give up, 2, 3. That's what his ERA says he'll do. I like the move. He was at the time the highest rated free agent left on the market, according to Major League Baseball, MLB rumors or some shit like that. He's a 2-3. And now, some people, I saw somebody tweet out, oh, listen, he's definitely slides into the number 2 slot behind Grinnell. On this staff, I think he's more of a 3, depending on who's hurt and who's not, and does McCullers' arm hold up and all that stuff. But I'm okay with that. You slotted as a 3. Framber was your 3. He had the potential to move up to be a 2. I'm not sold on Framber yet. Just because he had a good season last year, don't start coming at me with Framber's the ace on this. No, hold on. Framber's been far too inconsistent for his career. So I think at this point, you got a guy in Odorizzi who slots in at a solid 3, potential to be a 2. In fact, I like this more than when I liked than Charlie Morton signing when they first brought in Charlie Morton. Because remember, everybody was like, what? Why? And then this Astros staff and this Astros front office did a world of good with Charlie Morton. And hopefully that continues. That pattern of success with project pitchers from this organization continues. So Odorizzi goes from good to maybe being really good. That's why I say he's 2-3. He could be as good as a 2. A very high-end 2. I don't think he's ever going to be an ace. That's not what he does. He gives up too many walks and hits, like I said. But I think you've got some quality depth in this rotation. You have him for at least 2 years. There's a player option for a 3rd year. You got him at a decent value, decent price, and you just, you waited until late in the free agent signing period, but that's okay. You got what you needed because of Framber and Forrest Whitley, who maybe you were looking at as coming in after call-ups and giving you some stuff at the back end of that rotation. Well, you just filled it out a little bit. So now you know going into this season that it's Greinke, McCullers, Odorizzi as your 1, 2, 3. Listen, this ain't Verlander, Cole, and McCullers. It's certainly not that. But this is a rotation that can go out and get you some outs. I'm still a little worried about this bullpen. We're going to see what they got. But they did make me feel better about going into this season with their rotation by adding Jake Odorizzi. It's a good signing. Dr. Dre said, I think the strikeouts will go up and the walks will go down with the help of Brent Strom. Well, that's the thing, is you need him to be a project that turns out. You need him to be more Charlie Morton than what he is right now. He reminds me in a lot of ways of Morton. Good news for the Astros on the rotation and depth front. Bad news, though, about Forrest Whitley. I get it that he's young. He's still pretty highly regarded amongst baseball know-it-alls as far as where he ranks in the minor league systems as a prospect. But man, if you're hanging your hat on Forrest Whitley coming up and being an ace, that's a scary proposition. The dude can stay healthy. And when he was healthy, he gets suspended for PEDs. He just does not have a good track record. They drafted him out of high school. He was supposed to be, he was the untouchable name in this organization, him and Kyle Tucker. And at least Tucker's cummed up. Wow, really? Just going to make up words, Barry? As you're doing, you're just making up words. Is that what we're doing now? Lamb bomb! Cummed up is a word now. That sounds like something that happened in Atlanta. Anyways, he came up and he's done some things. I'm still waiting to, Forrest Whitley moved up to AAA and got absolutely shellacked. If I'm the Astros at this point, if an organization comes to you and is serious and says, hey, we want to give you this big league player who's young and a prospect, but we want Forrest Whitley, go, take him. You're going to give us something of value that's already a proven commodity at the major league? Yes. Done. I just don't get it. I just don't understand at this point why you would still hang on to the guy. For potential? Potential what? For injury? I don't know. You feel bad for a guy like Forrest Whitley because he can't stay healthy. But at the same time, you have to make decisions as an organization to look at that and go, okay, we got him, was it 2016? Has it been 5 years? When did they draft Forrest Whitley? Let's see. Forrest Whitley, bio drafted 2016. 5 years. 5 years. Nothing. And the one time he did get moved up, shelled. I want to say his ERA was like 10. And it's not good. If you can get something for him, go do it, Astros. It's time to, cut your losses with Forrest, I think.